Good afternoon and welcome to today's edition of Unscripted Moment here at Landslide News. And I have with me in the house the author of The Living Dead, 14 years in prison experience. His name is Pastor Chinedu Eze. And also I do have Monica Tega to be talking to Mr. Chinedu with me. Mr. Chinedu, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So we're going to be getting at it straight. 14 straight years in prison. One would wonder, I think I've heard your story many times, and I won't waste much time asking you whether you are convicted or not. I know you were not convicted. No. I know it was an awaiting trial. Yes. So we don't waste time for our audience. Can you summarize the experience that led to that and how you ended up not getting a fair trial, spending much of that time in the prison without being a criminal?
Well, I will say that in summary, the experience is both good and bad.
Okay.
But the Nigerian justice system is something that has nothing to write home about. Mm-hmm. Because of the snare movement of the judicial system of Nigeria, that is why I spent 14 years as an awaiting trial. Because according to the Constitution, it is said that every accused person should be determined either to be guilty or not within a reasonable time. Mm-hmm. So that reasonable time, 13 years was not enough for a reasonable time for my case to be proven whether I was guilty or not. So that clause, reasonable time, that is not clearly specified, is a problem to the Nigerian judicial system. Mm-hmm. And my own case is just one in a million. Other people are there who are also undergoing trial, indefinite trials. I will put it that way. Yeah. Indefinite trial, waiting on the day that maybe the divinity will rule on their behalf and they will get justice like me. And I was discharged and acquitted. People are celebrating that, yes, he was discharged and acquitted, but that was after 14 years. So to people, I was discharged and acquitted. But to me, I have been victimized.
Exactly.
Yes. Because the 14 years has gone, and there is no compensation for my 14 years that was gone.
Yeah. Okay. I know you've mentioned it before that you were not interested in pressing charges. If you were to do that, you would have done that. Did it ever occur to you to press charges against the authority for that?
No, I never wanted to press charges. Even now, I never want to press charges because there are a lot of people that have pressed charges against the injustice meted out on them. But some of them got ruling from the court awarding them compensation. But I tell you, till date, nothing was done.
Okay, for the interest of our viewers, what happened? What was the real event that happened? I won't say which offense did you commit because you never actually committed the offense. You have said that, but what occurred? What happened? Did they steal anything, or somebody was killed, or what happened? What is the event that the whole being detained was built on? Whether you were wrongly accused or not? Of course, in this case, proving you were wrongly accused.
Now, this revolved around police brutality.
Okay.
Because police were torturing someone, and on the process, the person died. And then they went there to use me to cover up, to use me as a prosecution witness against another policeman, which I declined.
Yeah. And the other policeman, they wanted you to testify against, was innocent by your own knowledge?
Yes. By my own knowledge, he was innocent.
Okay. So out of your conscience, you said, I can't do
no. It's dangerous, and I think it makes no meaning victimizing someone you know that he's innocent.
Yeah.
So I declined the offer. And that was why I was roped and kept in prison for 14 years.
All right. Monica, let me listen to what you have to say.
So I have heard of stories of people who have been remanded in prison who are actually innocent and have not committed the crime that they are there for, but they just left them there. So this is coming to me like seeing somebody who has also been a victim of the injustice in the system. I've been glancing through the book, and not to give away too much, I have seen that it not just talks about police brutality and all of that. He also talks about the typical Nigerian man trying to survive, like trying to live his life and survive, and then the corruption in the country, the injustice of the judicial system, and it just sums up to a lot of things. And I'm trying to understand, like, how did you survive 14 years in prison? Because the Nigerian prison that we know and we hear about is not a child's play. How did you keep your hope alive?
That was the reason I penned everything in a book, because sometimes it sounds like a movie. Mm-hmm. Some people, when they hear it, they say, "Is it a movie?" I say, "No, this is my story." You understand? So there is, in the book you will find surviving strategies, which I used, and I will tell you something, that one of the surviving strategies that I used is knowing God. That is the first thing. That is the first thing that kept me alive in the prison. I cannot recall how many people that lost their lives within the 14 years that I was there. A lot of people lost their lives even during the riot and all. In fact, 14 years in the prison is like eternity.
Yeah. Okay. Just for the interest of our viewers, he puts his experience in a book called The Living Dead. It's true life story of 14 years awaiting trial in prison by Chinedu Eze, The Living Dead. Maybe towards the end, we'll let you know how you can get the book. Hopefully, very soon you try to get this book, onto platforms like Amazon and all that, so that people can easily access it. But right now in Abuja, maybe at the end of the day, we'll let them know where they can get the book. You talked about survivor strategy. Yes. The riot you are talking about, were you comforted about a riot happening outside the prison? Maybe people dying outside the prison or people dying inside the prison?
No, there were two notable riots that happened during my stay in the prison.
Yeah.
And in that two riots, people died. I mean, riot inside the prison.
Wow.
So a lot of people died. In fact, the experience is contained in the book too.
Yeah.
A lot of people that I cannot number died during the first riot and the second riot. I was there all through, and God saw me through.
You survived it.
I survived it. So that's why I said that one of the strategies, the first strategies, is knowing God. Mm-hmm. And then another strategy that kept me, the mind is the engine room of a man. Mm-hmm. So I engaged my mind to study. I embraced education while I was there, and I got my BSc in Peace and Conflict Resolution right inside there. So engaging my mind kept me, hoping for the better. It kept me hoping for a better tomorrow. Even when I was not seeing the hope of tomorrow, I still believed through the Word of God.
Interesting. Okay. Apart from the survivor techniques which you have mentioned, knowing God, I'm not saying you should preempt the book entirely, but what else are we going to be looking up to in the book?
Well, in the book, we are going to be seeing a typical Nigerian man trying to survive. Okay. Secondly, you are going to see about our Nigerian judicial system. Okay. And thirdly, it's something that people want to know about this Boko Haram, my encounter with them. Because in the prison, when I was there, we were all together in one place. Both Boko Haram, armed robber, two fighting, drug pushers, all of us were kept in one place. So we became friends, we interact. And along the line, you get to know more deeper things than the society know about this. So when people are crying about insurgency, bandits, I will just look at them and laugh because they have seen it from the face value. Yeah. But I have seen it from the depth value of it, which are contained in this book. So this is one of the things that people will be seeing.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I just want to know, can you give us a brief summary of what prison was like? Is it like what we see on TV? Is it like, I want to know, not to give away too much from the book, of course, because the book is interesting. I have read the book, and it was an interesting read to see that somebody had. But people who are watching, who are thinking, who have not even gone into crime, yes, give them a preamble of what prison is like. Okay,
let me just say, there is this wrong impression, or let me just say societal impression about prison and prisoners. Prior to my ordeal that took me to the prison, I had this belief that everyone in the prison is a criminal. That was my belief until I got there. I now discovered that it is not what I used to think. So normally in the society, people will believe that because someone is in a prison, that means he's a criminal. But that's not true. If you get to the prison, I'm bold to tell you that we will get the most patriotic persons in the prison. The most nice people that you will ever think about, they are in prison.
So do you think we should look forward to going to prison?
If you agree with So prison is just like society, both the good and the bad.
Okay, so it's kind of a representation of the society.
Yes, it's just a mirror of the society.
Okay, but do you think there are some, experiences there that might, say, oh, I wouldn't want my son to be there, I wouldn't want my younger brother to be there, I wouldn't want my younger sister to be there. Do you think there are such experiences? Apart from meeting patriotic people, some
like
nice people,
treatments.
and meeting some Boko Haram, Do you think there are certain things that really, because the essence of prison was to correct, criminals. Unfortunately, those who are not criminals end up going to that place. I don't know why you are correcting again.
Some becoming criminal.
They get even indoctrinated to becoming criminal. So is there anything there that you might say, oh, because of what I see in prison, I wouldn't want people to go?
Okay. So you say whether I would say I wouldn't want my son, my brothers.
Yeah.
I will tell you that I wouldn't even wish my enemy, not to talk of my son. I wouldn't wish my enemy to go there. You see, being in prison sometimes is more painful than death. Because it's a place that you have no control over your life.
Yeah.
You have no control of what you eat, even your movement. The worst thing that can happen to a man is for your freedom to be taken away from you. You will be behind bar and the man will lock the door behind and go with the key. You will not understand. Okay, now when I went to the prison, then the capacity was meant to be 416 inmates. But I met 999. I was the one that completed it to 1,000.
Wow.
So people were lying like sardine, using one WC. You can imagine. Although, thank God for the non-governmental organizations, NGOs that are intervening. Today we have some toilets that they built outside. But if not, that 1,000 inmate uses one WC. So you will see people queuing just because they want to urinate. You see them queuing. So it's not an experience that you will wish you are in. When I came out, some people are saying, I wish I want to be like you. I said, don't try it. Because you might not have my kind of grace.
Yes, to survive it.
Yes.
Okay, going through all these experiences now, you have been able to document this thing through the book. I just hope people are able to lay their hands, get the physical copy, which is available in Nigeria now.
Yes.
Which area, do you think maybe where they can get the book?
Right now, the book is in Abuja.
Okay.
Right now, we are trying to put it on platforms like Amazon and the rest, who will update the public, people about it. But now you can get the book through Afri Pen Chat.
Okay. In Abuja.
In Abuja.
Oh, okay. Yes. All right. I think if you are interested in getting the book, you can send us message, either email or comment, on any of our social media platform. Then we'll get the details across to you. Very soon it will be coming up on Amazon, but the physical copy is available in Abuja, so you can reach out to us on that. So that's about the book. Now, what are you doing? You don't want to take anybody to court. You don't think the justice system that even failed you in the first place will not be able to compensate you. So there's no need suing anybody. But what are you doing at this moment to, show that your experiences in prison is valuable to the society? Is there any way you are reaching out to the young ones, bigger people, authorities, or is there anything you are doing at this moment in that regard, outside your normal profession?
Okay, thank you very much. You see, when I was there, I discovered a lot of gaps.
Okay.
So, what I was asking God is, if you can take me out, I will fill in this gap.
Okay.
And what are those gaps? I saw that inmates were struggling with their welfare,
Yeah.
reformation, and no proper reintegration.
Okay.
So many inmates that comes out from the prison suffer stigmatization, and they end up returning back to the prison, most of them. So I was asking God to give me the opportunity to fill in those gaps. So when I came out, one thing I did was to register my foundation, which is a Chinedu Eze Foundation. All right?
Yeah.
And the focus of this Chinedu Eze Foundation is for inmates' welfare, their reformation, and proper reintegration into the society. And again, we discovered that before anyone goes to prison, before most people goes to prison, they already have problems.
Okay.
Most of the problems starts from secondary schools.
Okay.
So recently, I had a program that I want to replicate to all the secondary schools, government secondary schools in Abuja. And the program is the danger of crime and substance abuse. Because you will be surprised to know that people in GS1, GS2, GS3 are already into drug addictions. Most of them. So crime starts from that level. So what I'm trying to do is to curb the crime from that level, before it will graduate to taking them to the prison.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay, interesting. I think it's a good one, trying to ensure that people don't get there, even though you're your enemies. So let me before I get to you, Monica, I want to ask, now that it is from your own experiences, most people in the prisons are not criminals.
Yes.
Is there any avenue you think you could use to reach out the justice system, being you are now an example of it? Try to advocate to the justice system, that trials should be quicker. And even you can approach people at the National Assembly that this reasonable time they have, that it should be specified. After all, election tribunals are mandated to finish up before 6 months. So they didn't leave election tribunals to be within reasonable time. So can't they move this? Somebody like you will be a good ambassador of reducing a reasonable time to a known time, so that people do not have to spend unreasonable time because people are not able to arrive at a reasonable time.
Yes.
So can you think of a way of moving that frontier forward?
Yes. I'm thinking of moving that motion.
Yeah.
At least through the National Assembly, because I am telling you, most people will not understand what I'm saying here now. Until they get there, they will understand. They will now see the reality.
Yeah.
Okay. Some cases that even their jail term is not supposed to be more than 2 years. You will see the person spending 3 years above in awaiting trial.
Oh. So the day they now finish the judgment, the person would have been overserved.
So if you have evidence against someone that you are taking to court, you prepare your evidence. As soon as you get to court, you present your evidence.
Exactly, even before arresting anybody.
Yes. Before arresting anybody, you have already finished your investigation.
All right, let me allow you to say something again, Monica, before I start rounding up.
Okay, so the man that you have become today now, do you think that you would have achieved everything that you have achieved without your prison experience?
Well, I would say that the prison experience redirected my attention or life, because this was never the life I chose earlier.
Nobody chooses
but
prison.
But
Actually.
the prison experience has redirected my life to what it is now.
All right. So Chinedu Eze Foundation, in a nutshell, what does it mean to Nigerians before we round up?
Chinedu Eze Foundation to Nigerians, as I said earlier, I'm not just focusing on the prison alone.
Yeah.
And this is why I need the society.
Yeah.
I need the support of the society, the support of everyone.
Yeah.
Because, injustice to one is injustice to all.
Yeah.
So it might be saying, no, it doesn't concern me. I don't have my own person in the prison. You don't know when you will have your own person in the prison. So the way, when I was, as I'm going around the secondary schools in Abuja, trying to sensitize the inmates, the students about the danger of crime and substance abuse. It's not a small task. So in this, I think I need the collaboration, the support of the society to make it possible. Yeah. Because I can only do where my power, my ability can reach. I cannot do.
And where your power gets to might not be enough to where your vision
of course.
is. So you want people to help to close up the gap.
Yes,
all right, thank you, Mr. Chinedu, for coming today. We hope to have you one more time very soon. Monica, thank you for sticking around. All right, if you want to be part of, you have something more to say?
No.
All right. So, if you want to be part of Chinedu Eze's foundation, one of the best ways is to buy enough of this book, The Living Dead, and share to as many people as you can. So you can reach us through email or phone number, or you just send us a comment. You can call 090-1888 and 1555. Call it again, 090-1888-1555. You can get straight to us or send us email, info@landslide.tv. Then we'll get back to you. Or send a comment, through any of our social media handles. We'll get to you. And if you also want to participate in the Chinedu Eze Foundation, terms of funding and helping him to achieve his vision, so that people don't have to go to jail for 14 years for nothing, then you can be part of this. Thank you for hanging around. Till next time.